Segunda parte de la entrevista a James mostrando su estudio y a lo que realmente se dedica. Si no has visto la primera parte te la recomiendo un montón y recuerda apoyar el contenido con un me gusta, compártelo y suscríbete si es la primera vez que ves uno de mis vídeos. Dentro avance de lo que vas a ver en este vídeo.
He painted this last year when he was 4 years old. It's funny because, you know, people see the artwork and they're like, oh my God, I wonder what he was thinking. My motherfucker is 5 years old, he was watching SpongeBob, he wasn't fucking thinking anything. Like, art is not that complicated, you know what I mean? Like, yes, this is a machine that I'm creating right now. And you see me blow up or you see me have a success, we'll see. If we don't try, we don't know. And I'll probably stare at it for an hour or 2 hours. And like in my brain, I'm making the sketches and have been very, very popular, especially amongst travelers because they like that it's Korean culture, but it's not like, so this is my art studio. To be quite honest, depending on the day of the week, might be different. I might be painting something. I might be making a custom handbag. You know, this is made out of recycled tapes, records, and some old jeans. Shoes, I mean, to be honest, anything in the creative field I'm making. So sometimes it's woodworking, sometimes it's fashion, sometimes it's paintings, custom shoes. I mean, these are a pair of shoes I made for a Korean celebrity.
Wow, I just love it, bro.
Yeah, thank you.
Love the colors and also, you know, the
lights, the LEDs.
Lights. How long it takes to you for finishing this?
To be honest, like coming up with the design and the concept takes longer than the actual work. So it may be 2-3 days, but you know, every time that I do something, I try to do it better than the last one, which means that I never know what I'm doing. So it's like before this, I never put LEDs in a shoe. So to figure out how to put the LEDs in there, to power it. So that stuff takes kind of long. But now I know, but the next time has to be better than this one. So I don't know, it usually takes quite long because I'm also learning as I'm doing. I never know exactly what I'm doing because if I'm doing the same thing over and over again, it's not fun for me, but I'm also not progressing as an artist. And every time I make something, I want people to be like, damn, I've never seen something like that. Yeah. So if someone sees this and sees the next one and it's the same, they're not gonna say, damn, I never seen something like that. They're gonna say, damn, I saw the last one, then it looks kind of like that.
That's artist mindset.
Yeah, right. So yeah, actually usually it takes me a long time and not so much because of, you know, the painting. It's just, I don't know what I'm doing. It's like freestyling, you know, in my brain, I freestyle my artwork and my designs. When I create something like this, there's no sketches or anything like that. I just get a shoe and I'll probably stare at it for an hour or 2 hours. And like in my brain, I'm making the sketches and I'm doing the color combinations all in my brain, and then I go from there. And then I do a lot of this kind of art, so mixing like the Latin culture with the Korean culture.
Yeah, this is like a traditional hanbok,
hanbok,
right?
Hanbok
with
hanbok,
ajuma.
Yeah.
Korean or hangul is so good for the hangul.
And then like you can see like, so there's it's hard to see with the lighting in here. But everything, you know, shines and has sparkles. It's kind of like, sometimes I have to paint the same design because clients really love the design. Then at least I try to change it. Like this time, instead of using just regular paint.
To not be the same.
Not to be the same. So like this one, it's all like, you can see metallic paints. There's gold and purple metallics and then the glitter, and then in the writing, there is all the glitter, and then even the background is gradation instead of just one color. And then I made the custom frame with the Korean hanji, and this is like the Korean rice paper.
Rice paper?
Yeah. It's the same as this. Like you can feel this. It's the same as this. It's Korean traditional paper.
Papel de arroz.
I create the frame. So at least it is the same design, but it's different. It's upgraded. So I never want to just keep doing the same shit over and over. But this design and this design have been very, very popular, especially amongst travelers because they like that it's Korean culture, but it's not like, you know, just a picture of Namsan Tower, or it's not like a stupid souvenir. So these designs are quite popular.
Random ideas, right? Like Gyeongbokgung or the Namsan Tower or something like in the background?
Yeah, right. So this one and this piece are a set, and that's why if you notice, she's on this side and he's on this side, so there will be, you know, a scene that I will paint like similar, like Korean palace, and then
bro, talking to you, my mind is just like trying to do things, you know?
Yeah, well, that's what I love about this place. So everyone that comes in here, it's always like that, you know? Man, I feel so inspired. So we have lots of paints and canvases. Anyone that comes here that wants to paint, you can come for free. I give you the paints, the paper, the brushes. just have fun.
And also this one, I saw this one is also so cool. Actually, this one, he told me, can see in the Korea Times.
Yeah, right.
At the Korean Times.
Yeah.
En el periódico de Corea ha salido y todo.
So that's the thing. All of my paintings, even though they're in canvases, you can find them in the streets. So I also do the street art, and so yeah, I put them on the canvas, but I also like to put them in the streets. Not everyone can buy the canvas, but everyone can still enjoy the artwork.
You made the art at the street, right?
Yeah, there's all my artwork in the streets. So yeah, they made an article about me.
Hicieron un artículo sobre él y sobre el porque, bueno, este tiene bastante significado, como podéis ver, es Donald Trump y Kim Jong-un, con bastantes cositas que tienen que ver con pequeños detallitos de cada uno, de política y de lo que trata cada uno.
So you can see here, it says, comes forward after 5 years. I did this 5 years ago, but with my artworks in the street, I never put my name, because I don't put artworks in the street for people to know who I am. I just put it for people to see, you know, like to maybe have a thought about it, to look at it and to think something. If people know who did it and they look at my Instagram, and then maybe they think what I think. You know, after they get influenced about who I am and the type of person, I don't want that. I just want people to look at it and just think whatever they want. So I don't put my name in anything that I do in the street. And so this was 5 years ago when Donald Trump and Kim Jong-un were having their meetings. You know, Donald Trump was the first president to ever go. It was bullshit, you know, it was just a charade. Why they're doing it, I still don't know. So the motto for Seoul was, we sold you, but I turned it into, we sold you. You can see better on the painting, but turn it to we sold you, because they were just selling propaganda, selling false hope, selling ideas like that something was going to be better. Nothing's better. North Korea is still the same, and America is, I don't know, there seems to be kind of going down.
That has a huge meaning. I love the meaning.
Yes, this is a machine that I'm creating right now. Right now it's a machine that I'm creating to recycle plastic. As I said before, I'm a recycle artist, and for me, you know, we have a massive problem in our environment, in our world, with pollution, and if I could do anything to make it a little bit better, I'll try to. So that's what this crazy machine is to be able to recycle these plastics into a material that I can use to make artwork.
Mirad, o sea, básicamente lo que está haciendo es reciclar todo lo que es el plástico en todos los sentidos, todo el plástico, para convertirlo en un trabajo de arte, ya sea con las zapatillas, ya sea en pintura, ya sea en lo que sea, mira.
You can see. So this shit takes forever.
Mira. Wow. Esto toma, claro. Yeah, this takes so many hours.
Yeah.
Entonces,
you know, it's something like this.
Yeah, just imagine.
With my little scissors and just cutting it. And when I go home, my hand is stuck like this and my forearm is hurting. I feel like I was climbing a mountain, but it takes so long, just cutting it and to get to that.
Maybe you should think about a new project, like trying to figure it out how to cut these fastest.
I got it yesterday.
Really? Oh,
so,
shit, yeah.
This is a paper shredder, but the thing was...
for paper. But
it's for paper, but it's also you could use it for credit cards.
Okay.
So credit cards and this kind of plastic is pretty similar. So I already tried it a bit, as you can see here. So it's not working as perfectly as my scissors, but shit, it's so much easier. So I will give this a try when I cut this into smaller. So this time I will just cut this kind of like into, you know, strips like this, and then I'll put it in there and see how it goes. But I spent 8 hours to fill that bag. 8 hours for that one little bag.
Entonces, claro, te preguntarás, ¿qué hace con esto? Pues, bueno, es un aparato que lo que hace es que mete el plástico aquí y you're doing like art with wood.
Yeah, so if you notice, like this is, you know, the shape of a piece of wood. So once I put all the plastic inside, all of these things here that you see, they get very hot, they heat the metal. When I turn this, there's a piece of metal that pushes the plastic forward until it's all one solid block. Once it's a solid block, I let it cool down, I open this side and I take it out. And when I take it out, you know, I'm left with, you know, like it's gonna be like a piece of wood, something like this. You know, it's gonna be the same size as that, but yeah.
Wow.
And then I can build furniture, I can do whatever I want.
Y puedo hacer lo que le dé la real gana. Y de esa manera al mismo tiempo lo que está haciendo es que está reciclando y está volviendo a utilizar estos mismos productos que en algún momento, pues oye, mira, si no se reciclan, pues al final hacen un daño al medio ambiente. Wow, I was explaining to my people, like, and I really love, you know, person like you, like trying to do something
better for the environment and for our planet.
I mean, we have to do what we can. That's the thing, is most people think that if just me by myself doing something, it's nothing. But if we all do something,
yes.
you know, so maybe me doing this maybe inspires someone else to do something else, and you know, they inspire someone else to do something else, and before you know it, a lot of people are making small changes. Yeah. It's difficult to change your whole life to be, you know, plastic free or something like that, but we can make some choices that are better than others, you know?
Yeah, I heard in Spanish a quote like, first, if you want to change the world, you should start changing yourself first.
Yeah, you know, most people are thinking like, well, I don't know how to do that, I can't do that. I don't know how to do this shit either. I watch YouTube and I just created this thing and I don't even know. I didn't even try it yet. I'm gonna try it for the first time this week and maybe you guys come again. Yeah. And you see me blow up or you see me have a success. We'll see. If we don't try, we don't know. So, you know, there's no excuse that I can't do it. I don't know what I'm doing. I just watched YouTube and I learned and we'll see. So you guys can do it too. Korean people forget about this.
Yeah.
They don't even want to acknowledge it anymore. They don't find this as a like real beauty and useful thing.
And you know what, for me, is one of the best things about Korea. I love to see these kind of things.
That's Aaron as well.
These things, these
Aaron
kind
as
of
well.
things
That's
too.
why he paints, like all his paints, like, so he tried to paint some like cool things and shit like that, but he doesn't see the purpose, you know? It doesn't mean anything to him. Like maybe it's easier to sell, but he doesn't have any connection.
Yeah.
That's why he like painted Guinness, because he was trying to do something that is more cool. Maybe people are gonna like the party scene or something like that.
Yeah.
So he was trying to do something
like,
different.
Like emotions. For me now, I just find out. Even for me, like being a content creator, I don't want to make like videos talking about how can I say, like trying to like resolve a problem. I'm trying to sell emotions. Like it's so difficult, but I'm just trying to figure it out.
If you liked Aaron's, because you know the cool thing about Aaron, after he paints these paintings, he makes the print and then he gives them to the people for free. And those ones on the window, those are my son's paintings. He painted this last year when he was 4 years old. This is his painting and this is his newest painting.
I mean, it has something that, you know, engage you, like visual.
So I make exhibition in the Yongsan City office 2 times a year. So the next one is going to be in October. It's going to be next month, my next exhibition.
Okay.
And so anyways, I bring his artwork to the exhibition. But it's funny because, you know, people see the artwork and they're like, oh my God, I wonder what he was thinking. My motherfucker is 5 years old, he was watching SpongeBob. He wasn't fucking thinking anything. Like, art is not that complicated, you know what I mean? Like, that's what they want to hear, you know? That's why I kind of hate art. It's because like it has to be so deep and it has to have like these meanings and just like it's just I like it, so I made it, you know. Some of the stuff that I see that's selling for crazy prices, I'm just like, the whole canvas was painted red. Why? Or you know, you saw the banana taped to the wall. It's like
easier than most people think. So
I just don't get it, you know. So that's why I like to create things more than to paint. Because when I create things, the value is not subjective. Like I created these shoes, I spent this many hours, I put this much work, I put in the LEDs, the price of the shoe is this. I can say this is this much money. For a canvas, I could say that's $10,000. And the right person might be, you're right, that's $10,000, you know? So that's why I like to do recycled artworks and things like that. Also, the cool thing about recycled artwork is like, when I get a painting, a canvas, I could just put paint in my hand and just go like this, and someone might be like, oh, that is amazing, you know? But when it's recycled artwork, when I take the things from the trash, people see it, that's trash, it's shit. So when you start with a canvas, you start at 0. And then you move up. But when I start with trash, I'm starting at -50 or -100. So I need to be very creative to be able to change the perception of trash to, you know, to treasure.
That's even more difficult.
Yeah, and that's why I like it, because I really need to challenge myself. It's more creative. When I go to paint, I don't know what to paint. I need to paint something pretty because people want to buy pretty things, but it has no meaning to me. The fuck I want to do if it has no meaning to me? You know, then it's not an expression, it's just a job. If I'm gonna paint for all these hours just to get some money, I can do an easier job. I can teach English for, you know, $30 an hour and go home. So if it has no meaning, I don't really have any interest to do it. So for me, building is much better. I get to be more creative.
Yes.
And I need to, you know, really think hard. Painting is paint Mickey Mouse and Donald Duck going like this, and someone's gonna be like, awesome, I would love to buy that.
Yeah.
I hate that shit.
What about, do you like coffee?
I love coffee. Shall we?
Shall we
go?
Let's go.
Let's go.
Let's go.